Hosea 11:1-11. So God's compassion is that He will not punish. His heart won't let Him destroy Israel. His love is too strong for that nation. And how can He abandon you? How can I give up to you? These verses are from God's heart. And I love the imagery about up here where it's a parent feeding and taking care of a child, and He even said that He stooped down to feed them. So He bent down to Israel and fed them, and He picked them up and held them to His cheek, and He drew Israel to Himself with affection and love. So this is an image that I'm familiar with because I have children. So it's a very loving, close, intimate parent-child picture. One thing I didn't understand is why did God have such a strong love for Israel, but for other cities, He destroyed Admah. I'm pretty sure He destroyed them because of their wickedness, because throughout the whole Bible, God only punished and let nations and civilization get destroyed, wiped out when their wickedness is at a level where God needs to judge it. And so I know that God is just, and so I know that that's what happened probably to the city of Admah. But I'm what makes me wonder is why did God have such a strong affection for Israel over other cities? So that is something that I'm pretty sure I would ask God, or He'll probably let me know about it when I see Him. But that is something that I'm curious about as I'm reading this. And this verse is perplexing to me, for I am God and not a mere human being. So it's so what does that mean in the context of this? So the ways that God expressed love for the people is, as I said, and that He continually wait for them, and even in their punishment, He know that He will punish them. He know that they will go into exile because they turn from Him. They will have to be in bondage to the places that He rescued them from, but He still waits on them, and He has a promise to restore them. So that shows that He still is loving them, even though they were rebellious. I actually right after my psychotic episode, and I went to Costco, and I know it's all coincidence, but I know that God works through coincidences that we don't take note of. But for me, when I was in my psychotic episode, I take note of even the smallest thing. So what happened was I walked through Costco, and the song the song from Moulin Rouge, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down these words. So someone was playing that song, and I felt like it was God's song for me. And then a purple jacket was lying in a place, like we were looking at a mat section, and I saw a purple jacket just like left there, and I felt like that jacket was also for me, and it fits me perfectly. So and it was like to my taste, and I was looking for a jacket too, but I didn't want to go to the clothing section. So it was like these like small, like what we consider coincidences, but I think it's actually ordered. It comes like in the right timing and everything, and I happen to look at it, and so like all it's like I feel it was like just divine appointments with God, that those things happen to happen like right after I went through one of the most traumatic like experiences I've ever experienced. So I felt his presence, and I felt like he was communicating to me that it's okay. I still love you despite what you went through, and that he was with me through everything, because I know that if he wasn't with me, my life would be very different now. So that made me feel like that was like actually the first time that I feel like God was with me, like actually, because up to then I've always known like in my head that God is with me. Not yet. Not yet, gone. Yes, not yet. No. Yeah, so up to now I've always known like in my head, because that's what I believe, and that's like intellectually I have that, because I know that was written in the Bible, and I believe in God because I've like done all my research. So it's more like an intellectual thing, but that was the first time where I felt God was real and like actively a part of my life. So yeah, so I think like through my most traumatic experience, I really did experience God's love through that psychotic episode, and the events that immediately followed that time.